Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, or I guess I should say welcome myself back to my channel. So the reason being, I have been so busy, and more recently I've had several of my students say, when are you going to post another video? When are you going to do another video? Like, you need to post another video. Same with friends and family. They're like, you need to post another video. And it's like, I know, I filmed, I promise I've been filming. But I'm back and I'm hoping to hopefully film 2 videos a week. I'm hoping, don't hold me to it because things happen and I get really busy and I'm sorry. But today's video is going to be a get ready with me. It is, I believe yesterday it hit 90 degrees in the valley. We don't have a winter, we don't have a spring, we have summer all year round. Feel me? So today's look is gonna be, you know, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So everyone always asks me like, how do you get ready in the morning? It's like, you guys get to see that firsthand now. So let's get going. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to moisturize my skin, and I got this really nice little sample size of the Laura Mercier Flawless Skin Moisture Creme. So I'm going to moisturize my skin before I do anything. I find that if you moisturize, a lot of people have the misconception that like, oh, I have to use mattifying products, or I have to use something to control my oil, and oil, you know, stop oil production and this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, don't do that, don't do that. You have to moisturize your skin. What your skin is doing is the reason why it's producing more oils is because it is dehydrated. So if you're someone that drinks tons and tons of water, not me, obviously it's not your water consumption. But if you are someone like me who doesn't drink a lot of water, it's probably your water consumption. So try to drink a little bit more water. And if that's not it, then moisturize your skin. But I'm going to go in with MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just going to spray that. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. Okay. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in now with the MAC Prep and Prime CC color correcting, I guess it's like a cream. And I'm just going to place that underneath my eye circles. This one is orange. My under eye circles are like a bluish color. So blue and orange cancels out blue in the lot of color. So I'm going in with this orange primer just underneath my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. So what I like about this primer is that it's not like silicone-y feeling. It's just, I don't know if you see the like the shimmer. It's not silicone-y feeling, so it's more of like a cream versus like a gel. And that shimmer gives the skin a luminosity. It's so pretty. So next I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluide. Oh, and mine is in the color Chai. And I am just going to stipple this in the areas that I need the most coverage first. And then I'll go in and buff and blend. For the most part, it's pretty matte. It's not a dewy foundation, but it's a really good coverage. It does cover my imperfections really well. So I'm going to go in and do the other side. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more. And I think 15 is going to be like a good happy medium. Right, alrighty. So now that we've got our foundation on, I am now going to go into my brows. And I don't do anything special with my brows. I just kind of fill them in. Okay, so now that I've got you guys zoomed in, I am going to go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm using dark brown to start. I'm just going to underline the bottom arch of my brow with the dark brown. And then I'm going to outline the top. So I'm just going to pretty much outline my brow. Okay, so now I have like my brow outlined, and then I'm going to go immediately and outline this brow. Once I feel like they're as close to like close shape as possible, and then after that I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna start filling it in. And so when I'm filling in with the dark brown, I like to leave, as I move forward, I like to leave some holes. You can see that it's a little patchy. I like to leave it that way because I need a little bit more warmth. So you can see both eyebrows are filled in pretty closely, but they still have that patchiness, which is okay. I want that. And so now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Chocolate. And then as I get to this front part, I'm going to move my strokes going upwards. And I will set it with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. And this is in the shade Chocolate as well. And I just kind of use it like I would like mascara. Just kind of flick the little hairs up to give a little bit of texture to my brows. Alrighty, our brows are done. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to start priming my eyes. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour, there we go, bring it into focus. The MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour eyeshadow base. I have been using this bad boy, and I got it at the Next when I went to the San Diego Naval Base to go visit a friend, because every place in San Diego was out of the primer, so I got it there, and I think I got the last one, so I was like, yes. Alrighty, so after I do that, I am going to set my eyeshadow with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the color Bengal, and I'm going to use just a flat, somewhat fluffy eyeshadow brush. So I'm using this just to set my my eyeshadow base so it doesn't start creasing. And I'm going to go in with two MAC eyeshadows, and I'm going to use Amber Lights and Coppering. And I'm going to use a E25. So what I'll do is I'll dip it into Amber Lights first, and then I'll dip it into Coppering, and then I'll dip it back into Amber Lights. And I'm just going to, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like not pushing it in, but I'm like almost buffing it in, going like back and forth and like making like circular motions, just so like when I get up to this part here, it's blended and it's not like a harsh, like defined line. And I really like the way it's looking. I want it a little bit more intense, so I'm going to go back in with Coppering, just Coppering, and I'm going to place a little bit more of that on the lid. I'm just going to blend that upper edge out. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to add a little bit more of that Coppering again. And I'm just going to intensify the color a little bit more. And I'm actually going to go in with another Anastasia shadow. And I'm going to go in with Fresh Peach. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Morphe M443. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of fresh peach, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just soften up that edge. I feel like it's still a little bit too harsh for me. And this is a beautiful springtime shade. I love the color of it, and it works perfectly for this eye look that I'm going for today. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start highlighting my face, and I'm going to be using the Naked Skin, what's it called? Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. Still in like kind of like that triangular shape, but I don't put a, well, I don't think I put a lot on, but like on camera obviously it looks like I put a lot on. But this is how I highlight my face. I need something that's a little bit more slimming, so I'll highlight going down to make this look a little bit longer. I'm going to take this and I'm going to highlight my forehead, highlight the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and then just a teeny tiny bit on my chin. I'm going to use a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, I think it's what it's called, is to bring to life, bring forth the places that you want to highlight, stuff that you want to accentuate, and the contour is to hide and to create shadows. And then it also has to do with your face shape. What do you want to hide? What do you want to highlight? And then I like to really accentuate my Cupid's bow because I don't have much definition in my upper lip. I have to create that definition. And I like to slim my face. I am a heavier girl. I am a bigger girl, so my face is a little bit rounder. So I want to make my face look as close to as a nice oval shape as possible. I'm more of a round to oval. That is how the contours work. I highlight this to give me more space to slim, and when I carve out my contour, it's going to accentuate that, and it's going to give me a little bit more of an elongated face. So that's what highlight and contouring is for. Not everybody needs to highlight and contour. Some people just may need to highlight a little bit more, and then you contour a little bit just to give you a little bit more shape. But you don't really need to always highlight and contour. So what I'm going to go in with now is with the Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. I'm going to take this on an e.l.f. Small stippling brush, and I'm just going to swirl it in. That's it. And I'm going to carve out my cheekbones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from the top of my ear down to the corner of my lip, I'm going to, in circular motions, kind of etch out a little bit of that contour. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to go in with the flat part of my, actually, no, you know what? I'm going to turn this on its side. And I'm going to stipple that in, just to kind of blend it out. Once I've done that, I'm just going to kind of let that sit, and then I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I'm just going to press that into where my concealer was. I'm just going to press. Okay, so now to set my bronzer, I am going to go in with the Too Faced, well, that's really shiny. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Actually take that on a Real Techniques Duo Fiber face brush, and then I'm just going to warm up my face. Okay, and what I'm also going to do, because I've highlighted all of this, I'm actually going to kind of come in through this little side part of my face, and I'm just going to warm that up, and what that's going to do is it's going to narrow this and really bring out the features here. And then I'm just going to, because like I said, I want a wider looking forehead, which most people probably wouldn't do that, but I do. I'm just going to hit the edge of my hairline with this bronzer. And then I'm going to also contour my nose, and I'm using the e.l.f. Contour brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to define my nose, and I'm going to sweep that up just a little bit, not a lot. Bring that in. I really like my nose. I like the shape of it, but because I have gained weight, it's a little bit more like pudgy. So I do this just to slim it down so it's not so wide. I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques contour. I think it's like the contour face brush. It's 301, and I'm going to stipple. Right here at the front of my nose, I will just wiggle that. I'll bust a Samantha and I'll do that. Those of you who don't know what I'm referring to, Bewitched, when she's like, dee -dee -dee -dee, you know. You know, I actually don't really like how that turned out. So I'm gonna go in a little bit more aggressive. So I didn't take any extra product, I just took whatever was left on that brush. And I'm gonna go in with, this is a Sigma flat contour, and it's a F05. I'm just gonna blend that. Okay, much better. I like that way better. So now for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Becca Wild Honey Mineral Blush. So I'm gonna take that on a Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm going to do the same motion that I did with my contour. I'm going to go this way. So I'm just going to sweep that on my cheeks. Now for my highlight, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in the shade number 2. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm going to pat it. Just OMG. OMG. Oh my god. This is gorgeous. And then I'm just going to do whatever is left over on my brush. I'm just going to sweep that on the bridge of my nose just to give me a little bit more definition. Okay. Oh my god, it looks so pretty. Oh. Alrighty, so now that I have set my under eye concealer, have done the rest of my face, I'm going to go back into the eyes and I'm going to just finish them up. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the eyes, and I am actually going to use that highlight shade that I used on my my cheekbones. And I am actually going to go in with the Makeup Geek foiled shadow in Flamethrower. I want that. And I'm going to take this on a flat eyeliner brush, an e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to line the bottom of my lash. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go in with MAC Red Brick. This is what Red Brick looks like. I'm going to go in with MAC Red Brick, and I'm going to just smudge that all on my bottom lash line. I might have to go in and add a little bit more warmth, add a little bit more darkness to that outer corner, just to, didn't really want to, but it is what it is. Okay, so actually it doesn't look that bad. I thought it looked actually a lot darker than it really does. So I'm going to just go with it. But I am going to add a little bit more of that Flamethrower on a MAC 242. And I'm just going to pat that on the center of my eyelid. I'm just gonna pat that. I'm just gonna do all over the lid. I was gonna do just the center, but. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna curl our lashes. So if you guys have any suggestions on eyelash curlers, let me know. I will definitely look into them because I have to start. So I'm going to go in with the MAC, I don't know what this is called. And all it says here, it just says mascara. D64. But it's this one. It's the one that comes in this tube. I don't know what it's, I think it's called like Extreme Lash Volume or something like that. I'm just going to go in with that mascara and I'm just going to add mascara to my lashes. So I'm just gonna wiggle and then brush going this way. So I'm gonna wiggle, 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 wiggle. So I have been on a, okay, I don't like the Jonas Brothers. Never did. Never really cared for them. But Nick Jonas by himself is just amazing. I have been like addicted to his song Chains, and I'm like, trying to break the chains, but the chains only bring me. I'm like, yeah. Chains only bring me. Sorry. Yeah. Pretty much. That's the story of my life right now. I am just like, I'm obsessed. And I'm going to go in to my bottom lashes with the It Cosmetics, what's this called? The It Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to tightline a little bit underneath so it gives my lashes to look a little bit fuller. And I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Longwear Eye Pencil in the shade Jet, which is just black. And I'm just going to look up and I'm going to look like up and down at the same time. I don't know if you can hear them, but right outside my window there's a bunch of birds chirping, and I think that's why my cats go crazy, is because they hear the birds chirping and they're like, bird, bird. I'm going to go back in. I want a little bit more light coming into that inner corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Amber Lights, which is right here. And I'm just going to stick that into that inner corner. Oh, and I'm using a MAC 210, and this is also what I used on my lower lash line. I didn't realize that I didn't actually say that. So now to set our face, I'm going to go in with the Sephora Airbrush Powder Brush, and I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Perfecting Veil from light to medium. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it in. Now I guess we have to go with the lips, huh? I'm going to go in with the 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the color Naked, and I am going to line my lips. It has a little bit more pink to it, but because it's so warm up here, I don't want anything too warm on my lip. I'm just going to fill in my lip. And then I am going to go in with the Laura Mercier Lip Glaze in Nectar. This is just a little sample that I got, but it's like a really nice, like corally color. So I'm gonna just finish off with MAC Fix Plus. Alrighty. So that completes this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down on the comment box below, and everything that I used today I will link or leave what I used below. I know I'm really bad at doing that, but I will leave everything that I used today below on the description box. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!